This garden is a low-maintenance family retreat designed to gather and relax in. I'm Chloe from Been There Dug That. Let's go behind the garden gate. Welcome to Anglesea, Victoria, at the start of the Great Ocean Road. This area is loved by surfers and holiday makers. And when all the family are here at this property, you can imagine that there's a large number of cars. And so this front yard space has to accommodate them without looking like a car park. The practical crushed rock surface is a much nicer version of a driveway. There's no harsh and straight lines that you'd get from concrete or bitumen here. And because the gravelled space extends both towards the house and right to the edge of the road, the garden space here feels a lot larger than it really is. And then we've got the plantings and the curved edges of the gardens, which soften everything and bring it all together. To emulate the surrounding coastal dune environment, this garden is really heavy on the clumping grasses. And then the shrubs are a mix of muted greens, greys and silvers to further complement that coastal design. I love this statement, but still very casual entrance pergola, inviting you to explore the backyard even further. This pergola is flanked with ornamental grapevines, which when they grow up and over will create a green tunnel, inviting you to explore further. This garden was designed and built back in 2018 by the team from Ocean Road Landscaping. Now, like all gardens, there is always some sort of a challenge on the site. And here the crew had to deal with a problem with stormwater drainage. And the problem was that there was absolutely no management of the stormwater situation from the house. And when the house was extended, it created even more stormwater runoff. So the solution that they've come up with solves the problem and allows plants and a lawn to thrive and flourish. Wow, what a big, beautiful open space. It's perfect to gather and relax in. Now, you wouldn't know it from looking, but along this side of the garden is the stormwater management system, so that the water is now managed, contained and collected, instead of turning this whole area into a muddy mess. This giant stone wall really is the focus of the backyard, and I can see why, because it would draw people out here. I can see this packed with people sitting around a roaring fire having a great time. This stone wall took 3 weeks to build, but I think you'll agree that it's worth it. It makes a statement, it's practical, and it's beautiful. I really love how these grasses mimic the colours in the wall, but also remind me of the sand and the beach and the coastal cliffs in this area. The casuarinas and the banksias on this back border will eventually grow up and offer some privacy from the neighbours. And we talk about borrowed landscape being used a lot in garden design to help make a garden feel bigger and blur the boundaries. Well, here, because the garden behind was actually designed by the same crew, the lines are even more blurred. The plantings and the style match this space, so there's almost no need for a boundary. Over here is a little picking garden space with the passion fruit growing up the side of the shed, a few citrus trees and a cute little picking garden as well. From here you can really see how the silvery plants tie in nicely with the colour of the house for a soft, beachy sort of a vibe. There is still more of this garden to explore. Down the side here I've spotted a very quirky clothesline. How clever is this? It almost looks like an art installation more than a clothesline. The wire is tensioned using these rocks, which actually match the rocks in the wall that we've already seen. Really clever. Don't hide your clotheslines away. Make a feature of it. With an outdoor shower, this clearly is the surfer's entrance side of the house. This fernery here is a nice juxtaposition between the hardy banksias on this side, and when you enter the house you're greeted by these ferns, which you can see through a glass wall behind them. It's pretty clear they love surfing when they've got a dedicated surfer's dump space. Here you can take off your wetsuit, take your booties off, and in this clever cupboard you can stand up your surfboards for storage. This door slides along the track to reveal the storage space. I can really see why the owners love this garden as a space to relax and unwind in. With its repeating planting palette and quirky features, it really is a space that you can just sit down and chill in. If you've liked this garden, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I've got plenty more garden tours coming your way. See you next time.